Coco talking about just now? Something about a promise?
What?
Oh, I have no idea. Another one of her delusions, I'm sure. B, Yoke, Uya. Square Eyes. I'm just gonna keep saying her name or his name completely wrong because I don't like him anyways. But
Stop talking.
Square Eyes, are you a weeb too, like Reese? I love it. I don't know how to say any of these names. If I say I don't know, that means I don't know. Just like let Hina take care of her. I mean, you watch Bleach and you know how to say these names. I mean it. Oh yeah. Okay. I'll stay here and keep an eye. I haven't watched anime in a long time, but I used to watch it way more. I used to watch a lot of One Piece back in the day. Weeb power, unite. Well then, let's go. I love you, Square Eyes. Without waiting for a reply, Byakuya sped away. But Byakuya! And I hurried to catch up. I love you too, Square Eyes. I tried to talk to him several times as we walked, but he didn't even look back, let alone say anything. He just kept walking towards his destination. Finally, his feet brought him to a stop in front of a certain room. The library? Come on, let's go in. Camera angles going just... is this evidence that proves that it was Genocide Jack really in this library?
Don't make me repeat
Don't make me say it again. Okay. There's no point in checking there. We need to find real clues. What do you think I'm doing, dude? God damn it. I mean, we already went over. Oh. There are no clues there. We need to check somewhere else. I mean, what is... There's a cable there, though. God damn it. God damn it. Where do you think I'm supposed to be checking there, Byakuya, you dickbag? I'm trying to click on the light. This is one of the monitors Monokuma appears on. I can't think about this right now. What are we... We've literally checked every single thing in here. Is this evidence that proves that it was Genocide Jack really in the library?
Don't make me repeat myself.
The door... If I remember, on the other side of this door is the archive, right? Hurry up and go inside. Oh, here. Then why did we go there in the first place? It all makes sense once you're inside. Stupid. We haven't gone in this room before. Whoa, there's so many books and files. I know I'm an idiot, guys, but... And so much dust, too.
So, in other words...
I would say there's enough value in this place to endure the dust. There's so many files stuffed on the shelf. What's in all these things?
That's enough.
Those documents are dangerous. Dangerous. They detail all the people who control the world from behind the scenes. Dangerous truth for a commoner. You mean like members of the Diet or something? No, I mean the ones with real power. The secret council controlling everything from the shadows. If you're ready to be disappeared for it, take a look. There's some very interesting people in there. You're just kidding, right? Am I? I'll just let it go for now. Huh? It's a desk lamp. Oh yeah, it's the same one I saw at Byakuya using in the library before.
What?
So you have a problem with that lamp? It was here before, then I moved it over there. It's too dark over there, so I thought I'd put it to good use. There's a wooden box. It's empty. Although, judging by the smudges and the dust, it looks like there was something inside. I wonder what it was. There was an extension cord plugged in there. It proved very useful while I was in the library. An extension cord, huh? There's a ton of thick files stuffed under the bookshelf. If you're thinking of looking through any of them, let me give you a little warning. Those things are filled with graphic, disturbing photos from all kinds of crime scenes. It's the kind of thing any normal person wouldn't ever want to look at. Be careful. Huh? What do you mean? All those files there are investigation reports related to different cold cases. Those are internal documents for police eyes only. They're not the kind of thing you're expected to leak. Oh? If you pay attention to your surroundings, you're sure to discover that value for yourself. There's even a surveillance camera here. Well. Ah, you have a sharp eye indeed, just like that file, huh?
That's right.
That's a report on a presidential assassination. The original is kept at the National Library. It won't be declassified for another 30 years. Are you sure you want to look at it now? There's no telling whose crosshairs you might wind up in for peeking at it. Without making a sound, I return the file to the shelf. So, are you finally beginning to understand the true splendor of this library? The entire reason I was interested in this library is because of the room right here. It's home to classified government documents, police records, things no ordinary person would ever see. Isn't it magnificent? This can't be for real, right? That's your guy's problem. Anything that doesn't fit into your preconceived reality, you label it a lie. Okay, Viro, you sexy fuck. Well, it's not that. It's not like I totally refuse to believe it, but I mean, there's just so much. How could anyone have put all this together? I suppose it goes to show just how much Hope's Peak truly wields. Or perhaps the mastermind may have wanted to provide us with enough entertainment to keep us from getting bored. It's no use. I can't keep up with all this. It's just too unreal. What's wrong? You still can't believe it? What about you? How can you believe it so easily? Things like this are usually impossible.
What?
What do you mean, usually? Usual, normal, ordinary, simple. Those things don't exist anywhere in the real world. If you don't understand what they actually represent, you don't understand the nature of anything. You don't pull punches, do you? Besides, what you consider usual is based on your common sense, right? But what makes you think your own common sense applies to me at all? The documents gathered here are genuine. I have reviewed them multiple times, so there's no doubt. Hold on a second. You're saying you've read all these documents and more than once? But all this has to be like that. All this has to be like top secret confidential stuff, right? So why? My family has a reading room just like this at our home. Ours is bigger, of course, and not as dusty. Huh? Members of the Tagami family have access to any variety of government-related documents. That includes foreign powers as well as domestic. How is that possible?
So, in other words...
I already told you, there's a secret council that controls the world from the shadows. My family is a member of that council. And I have within me the bloodline that will allow me to one day bend the world to my will. But to become such a ruler, I must know all levels of this world backwards and forwards. So whenever I have time, I like to review whatever documents and materials that interest me. Which is why I can proclaim, without a doubt, that the materials gathered here are the real thing. This is beyond believing or not believing. Byakuya is actually starting to scare me more than the actual mastermind. And what always interests me the most with the cold case police investigation reports, reading through those reports has always been a hobby of mine ever since I was little. It's excellent mental exercise. I've solved more than a few of those cases just by reviewing the reports. And among all those reports, one of my most recent favorites is the Genocide Jack case. As he talked, Byakuya grabbed a specific file from the shelf.
That's right.
This is the complete case file. Every single report surrounding the Genocide Jack cases has been compiled in here. Because there are so many, allow me to quickly summarize the main points. To begin, there are two notable characteristics in every Genocide Jack murder. The first characteristic is that every crime scene, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. And the second is that when the victims are murdered, their bodies are suspended in a certain way. Bloodlust is written in blood, and the victim's body is suspended. It's exactly the same as what happened to Chihiro. Save your surprise, the best part is yet to come. For the second characteristic, where the victims are suspended, the only ones who knew about that particular fact were members of the police and other higher-ups. By all accounts, nobody in the media ever found out. Huh? In other words, no one on the news, no one online, nobody knew about that aspect of each crime. Only key officials and the killer himself would know about the act of mounting the victim. So now, if you recall Chihiro's corpse, her body was most certainly mounted in this fashion. So, how could the serial killer have known about suspending the victim?
That's right.
That's the key question. But in fact, the answer is quite simple.
So in other words...
The culprit isn't a copycat killer. It's the real Genocide Jack.
In other words...
That right there is the evidence that Genocide Jack has hidden himself among the rest of us. Also, couldn't the killer have been in here reading that same file? Then Genocide Jack really is such a brutal, fiendish killer, really is walking around among us?
Interesting.
Things are really starting to get interesting, aren't they? I never imagined a killer with such a reputation would ever become part of our little game. Now, don't you think it would be good for you to take a look at what I've already seen? You might just manage to ferret out a clue or two.
Such ignorance.
If you get down on your knees and beg, I might even show you myself. They reveal the ones with real power, the secret council controlling everything from the shadows. They detail all the people who control the world from behind the scenes. Dangerous truth for a commoner. Well, are you going to look? For now, I'd rather think I'd not.
That's right.
Okay. Okay. Hold on, we still have more to check here. Liar. Bayukuya, about that Genocide Jack case file. Could you let me see it?
That's fine.
Well, you didn't beg, but I guess it's okay this time. Feel free to look at it in here, but you can't take it with you. Bayukuya handed me the file, and I flipped through it with tense, nervous fingers. Suddenly, my hand stopped. I had reached the page where all photos from the scene of each crime had all been collected. The names of Genocide Jack's victims ran on for several pages. Ken Harada, 32. Tetsuhiro Honda, 17. Shoji Gaku, 23. Kano Isi, 14. Takashi Yoshida, 30. Komatsuna Taro. Takifumi Gono. Uchida Nahohisa. Takashi Masumuni. Yudo Yamijima. There was no end to it. Pug! All the killer's countless victims were killed and suspended in exactly the same way. In the scene of every murder, the word bloodlust was left in the victim's own blood. Now take a look at the next page and you'll find another interesting tidbit. The next page. Profiling results. All the crimes took place either on weekdays at night or during holidays, either day or night. The most common time for the killing to take place was on holidays in the afternoon. Based on these facts, it could be suggested that the suspect may be a student. I mean, it is pretty funny, Pug. Evidence suggests that the suspect lingered at the scene, but when they did leave, they were in a panic. Because an eyewitness has never come forward, it's unlikely there were any external reason for this. This confused behavior suggests that the suspect may potentially suffer from dissociative identity disorder.
So, in other words,
the key point here is that the culprit may well have a split personality. A split personality, like that kind of thing you see on TV. So I'm part of another totally unbelievable story. But this one is way more believable than anything else up until now. How you doing, Pug? Or maybe it really isn't. I don't know. I feel like my mind is gone numb.
Let's go.
All right, we should get going soon. Huh? Where are we going? Anywhere but here. We're finished business here, haven't we? Oh, wait. Byakuya! As usual, Byakuya turned and left without another word. I hurried out of the library to catch up. Well, this is the point where we part ways. I have some things I need to take care of before the class trial. Huh? Just all of a sudden like that?
I don't have time.
Come on, enough of your annoying misapprehensions. Did you really think we'd be together the whole time? Take responsibility for yourself and do something useful. Move the investigation forward on your own.
Goodbye.
Well, goodbye. And just like that, he was gone. Just as quickly as he'd asked me to join him, he'd cut me off. And in the end, I feel like I was just some plaything getting tossed around. At the same time, I'd uncover some really important clues thanks to him. Genocide Jack, he's the one that killed Chihiro. And that murderous fiend is one of us. But who is it? I have to find that out, no matter what it takes. And to do that, there's somewhere I have to go investigate one more time. I have to go back to the crime scene, the girls' locker room. I should check the boys' locker room, too. And the others might have come up with some info I might find useful while I'm at it. I need to find out everything I can. Okay. These names are not easy, man. Oh crap! I was on the right. I'm dumb. I was on the right floor. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know where I'm going. Oh no, I don't. Is this where I want to go? Yeah, that's where I want to go. Rod trying to do lots of things is solid content, I think. Hey, fat boy. Ding, ding, ding. Hifumi has discovered evidence revealing the identity of the culprit.
I feel as
Another stat increase for me. Evidence, what did you find? I cannot reveal that just yet, but I guarantee that what I found will steal the killer's breath from his lungs. Are you sure about that? Oh yeah, Miss Ludenberg said she'd witnessed something worthwhile too. Really, what did she see?
Well,
She refused to tell me. It's like when a girl bullies the boy she likes, right? Right? Okay, so where's Celeste now? The warehouse by the dorms. She was there, but at the same time not there. What's it gonna be? Rod trying to do things, man. Well, that's where the posters and... Huh? This poster. It's a popular boy band called Tornado. Somehow it didn't quite seem to fit the boys' locker room. There's a strange stain on the carpet. What is it? Boys' locker room carpet has been added to the Truth Bold section in your handbook. Any clues? Housekeeping? Any clues? Guess not. Chlorine gets rid of, does chlorine get rid of evidence or DNA? I'm thinking of something else. I hate that fat hamster fuck. It's the bloodstained poster. This blood is the most noteworthy part, but the big-breasted swimsuit model is pretty noticeable too. The girls' locker room doesn't seem like the kind of place you'd find something like this. Oh, but wait, that reminds me. The poster in the other locker room that's right. That's definitely something strange about this. In the boys' locker room, there's a poster of a popular boy band. In the girls' locker room, there's a poster of a big-breasted swimsuit model who's, like, getting fucked doggy style. Could the posters have been switched? But if they were, why? What reason would anyone have? I mean, yeah. Maybe I should talk to someone who knows a little more about the locker rooms. What do you call... Oh, there she is. We want to talk to her. You spend a lot of time exercising in the girls' locker room, right, Sakura?
Of course.
I've used it nearly every day since it opened up. Sometimes Hina and I use it together. Okay, then let me ask you something. Do you think the posters in the boys and girls locker room could have been switched?
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I can't really say. I never paid any attention to the posters. I see.
However,
But there's something that's been bothering me about the locker room. You see, I like to drink a little protein coffee every time I finish exercising. We have protein coffee in the warehouse. It's not the highest quality, but I don't have a lot of other options. I mix protein powder with coffee and down a glass of it after exercising. Anyways, the other day, spilled some of it on the carpet in the girls' locker room and left a stain. A stain? But I don't see any stains in the carpet now.
of course.
Exactly. I noticed it earlier. The stain has disappeared. I can only assume someone had came along and cleaned it up. But still, isn't it unusually clean? As if there was never a stain here to begin with. Yeah, because it was disappearing stain. Dude had a real complex about being weak. You heard? Okay, we already talked about it. Is there anything else? Like... Oh, we gotta talk to your girl. Hey, Kyoko, have you made any progress on your
Indeed.
investigation?